willing to, learn what I need to do to satisfy my power. You understand? What do I need to do? Because I know that my life is not in my hands. You understand? I can be taken out at any time. What do I need to do to help me sustain in life? You understand? That's what you really need to try to be figuring out. So that's why it says grace is given unto the humble. You understand? Somebody that's trying to figure things out, willing to listen. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 7. Submit yourselves therefore to the Most High.
See, submit yourselves therefore to the Most High. You understand? Not to man, but to the Most High. Don't submit yourself to man, but you got to submit yourself to the Most High. These instructions right here, you understand? This word, this is what you need to be submitting yourself to. Keep going.
Resist the devil and he will flee from you.
Resist the devil and he will flee from you. Why? Because the devil had that prideful, covetous spirit. You understand? He's going to flee from you. So that's why you got to help yourself and continually fast and pray. You understand? And that's what we try to instruct people to do. All right, let's go to, read one more. Verse 8.
Draw nigh to the Most High,
go ahead.
And he will draw nigh to you.
Draw nigh to the Most High, and he will draw nigh to you.
Cleanse your hands, ye sinners.
Cleanse your hands, ye sinners.
And purify your hearts, ye double-minded.
And purify your hearts, ye double-minded. You see that? Ye double-minded. That means you in the middle. 1 week you're trying to, be righteous, live like the Most High, and this week you understand, man, I just want this one last smoke. Okay, I'm going to change myself for 2 months, and then I'm going to go back into the world. You understand? This double-minded. You understand? You don't know which side you really don't want to be on. You understand? You don't know. You understand? Like, man, I like this world a little bit too much, man. My friends, my family. You understand? If I start doing these things, stop celebrating on holidays, holy days, you understand what they're going to say about me. See, that's double-minded. You understand? Because really you're not focused on the Most High. You focus on the other people and how they do you, you understand? And try to live up to their standards, you understand, man? They might hate me for this, you understand? They hated Christ, that's why they killed him, you understand? He brought a whole other doctrine, you understand? Show them how the real life to live, you understand? So, obviously, if they hate you, you obviously must be doing something right, you understand? Because they hated him, you understand? Not eating certain type of foods, not celebrating certain holidays, you understand? And not doing whatever, you understand? Going out to clubs every weekend, strip clubs, smoking, drinking, you understand? Some of your guys be doing, you understand? We all did it, you understand? We grew up in this world, we learned certain things, we all smoke, probably all drink, you understand? But now when you come into this word, you got to learn how to put that stuff down. Even when you come in, it's still hard, you understand? You come into the word and it's, probably even harder, you understand? It tells you in Ecclesiastes, the 2nd chapter, prepare your soul for temptation, you understand? So we got to learn that it's going to even be more hard once you start coming into the truth, you understand? Keep going. Or is that it on that? Okay, you double-minded. So let's go to the Old Testament again, 1 Kings. Let's read about another story. It's always good to pick out these stories to relate it to how we deal with it today. 1 Kings 21. Let's see another story. 1 Kings, the 21st chapter.
All right, 1 Kings chapter 21, verse 1.
Go ahead.
And it came to pass after these things that Naboth the Jezreelite had a vineyard, which was in Jezreel, hard by the palace of Ahab, king of Samaria.
Hard by the palace of Ahab, king of Samaria. Okay, so Ahab is about 6 kings right after Jeroboam. Remember, the kingdom got split into Rehoboam and Jeroboam. Rehoboam was the son of Solomon, who had control of the southern kingdom. Jeroboam was the Ephraimite, you understand? He took control of the northern kingdom. This is King Ahab, which is about, I want to say the 5 or 6 king after King Jeroboam, okay? So this is where the time frame you're in right now. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 2. And Ahab spake unto Naboth, saying, Give me thy vineyard, that I might have it for a garden of herbs.
So now, I see another man's vineyard. He has herbs in it. It's right by the palace that I'm at, you understand? Another man owns this certain vineyard, you understand? Now he's seeing it and like, hey, I really want this vineyard that you have, you understand? Keep going.
because it is near unto my house.
Because it is near unto my house.
And I will give thee for it a better vineyard than it.
So I want your vineyard, but look, I'm going to give you a better vineyard. You understand? I just want this one right here because it's near unto my house. Keep going.
Or if it seem good to thee, I'll give thee the worth of it in money.
Right, so I'm going to try to sell it, you understand? I'm going to try to buy it with money, you understand? I'll give you a certain amount of money, but let me just get this vineyard right here. Go ahead.
And Naboth said to Ahab,
right?
The Most High forbiddeth me that I should give the inheritance of my fathers unto thee.
This is the inheritance of his fathers, you understand? So the Most High forbid it, you understand? Like, you're going to keep this vineyard right here, but the prince, the king at this time, he wanted this vineyard. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 4. And Ahab came into his house heavy and displeased because of the word which Naboth the Jezreelite had spoken to him.
He was hot about it. He came into his house. It says, he came into his house heavy and displeased. So he was hot. Like, man, I can't believe this dude just told me no about this. You understand? Keep going.
For he has said, I will not give thee the inheritance of my fathers.
For he said, I will not give thee the inheritance of my fathers.
And he laid him down upon his bed and turned away his face and would eat no bread.
Right, so he was upset about this, man. Like, I don't even want to eat right now, man. I can't believe this dude just turned me down. You understand? I'm the king of Israel. You understand? This is my palace right here in this vineyard, but I can't even get this right here. You understand? So now that spirit is coming on me. You understand? That coveting spirit. Like, man, I want this vineyard right here. Keep going.
Verse 5. But Jezebel, his wife, came to him.
Here comes the woman. See, sisters, I'm trying to tell you, you understand? See, that's why a lot of y'all men, you know, when y'all in relationships, man, y'all got to watch some of this stuff, you understand? Because I'm telling you, especially if you're in the world, you know about it, man. It's all, the woman, she'll come to you, hey, you know, what's going on? And she'll be plotting something in her own mind, you understand? She plots things in her mind on herself she didn't even tell you about, you understand? She just going, but I'm going to see how I'm going to do this. See, sisters, they know how to do it, you understand? They know how to plot, you understand? They know how to come up with things, you understand? And men, we just dumbfounded sometimes, you understand? We don't know what's going on. So here comes Jezebel, you understand? Yes, the same Jezebel that it talks about in Revelation. This is that same Jezebel, you understand? There's actually a Christian fable about Jezebel and connecting her with, prostitution, or her just being a whore, you understand? But we're going to read about what the story is about Jezebel. Now, there is a 1 Kings 16, when you read that, about Jezebel trying to make the men, you understand, convince her husband to make the men sacrifice to Baal, you understand? So that's what it's talking about, that fornication, you understand, and going to serving different idol gods, not physical fornication, you understand? You read 1 Kings 16, but this is going into Jezebel, another story. Let's read that.
All right, verse 5. But Jezebel, his wife, came to him and said unto him, Why is thy spirit so sad, that thou eatest no bread?
But Jezebel, his wife, came to him and said unto him, Why is thy spirit so sad, that thou eatest no bread? Why are you upset right now?
Verse 6. And he said unto her, Because I spake to Naboth the Jezreelite, and said unto him, Give me thy vineyard for money, or else if it please thee, I'll give thee another vineyard for it. And he answered, I will not give thee my vineyard.
I just told this Negro, you understand? I just told this dude that I'm going to give him for money for his vineyard, and he just told me no. So this is the problem with me now, you understand? So he's telling his wife, they're having a conversation of what's going on, why he's sad. Keep going.
Verse 7. And Jezebel, his wife, said unto him, Doest thou now govern the kingdom of Israel?
Aren't you the king? Aren't you the king? You understand? So now what? She's putting that spirit on him, you understand? Like, no, you should have this, right? You're the king right here. And see, that's what happens, you understand? You know, in the world, a brother be going through something like, man, this dude just, I can't even get this job right here. You understand? Like, wait a minute, what you mean you can't get this job? Matter of fact, you know where this brother lives? You should go rob him. You understand? This is what happens, you understand? It'll be a certain situation, and then a woman will tell you something like, you and your guys, I can't go, like, just do something about it, you understand? Like, and so now, you can see in your mind, like, man, you know what, you're right. I should do something about it, but keep going.
Arise and eat bread, and let thine heart be merry. I'll give thee the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite.
Jezebel said, she said, I will give thee the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite. So she has a plan in her head, you understand? Naboth didn't come up with this, Ahab didn't come up with this. Jezebel, she said, I will give you the vineyard. Keep going.
Verse 8. So she wrote letters in Ahab's name.
She wrote letters in Ahab's name.
And sealed them with the seal.
Right.
and sent the letters unto the elders and to the nobles that were in his city, dwelling with Naboth.
Okay.
And she wrote in the letter, saying, Proclaim a fast, and set Naboth on high among the people, and set 2 men, sons of Belial, before him to bear witness against him, saying, Thou didst blaspheme the Most High and the king, and then carry him out and stone him that he may die.
So this is the letters that she sent to the elders of where this man was residing. You understand? She sent letters saying, hey, set him high among the people. Show him among the people of what he's done. You understand? How he blasphemed the Most High. You understand? The king of Israel, because he told him, no, you can't have this vineyard. So she wanted to really make an example, put him on blast. You understand? And set 2 men to accuse him. You understand? Men of nothingness, you understand? That's why I said sons of Belial. It's men of nothingness, you understand? Tell him that I want to set him on high and make a statement about this guy. Keep going.
Verse 11. And the men of the city, even the elders and the nobles who were the inhabitants in the city, did as Jezebel had sent unto them.
Right.
And as it is written in the letters which she had sent unto them. They proclaimed the fast and set Naboth on high among the people.
So they actually went through with this, you understand? They believed it, they went through with it, but she sent it in the king's name, you understand? So they thinking this is coming strictly from Ahab, you understand? Not knowing it's her, you understand? She sent letters in his name, sealed it with his stamp, you understand? So they thinking, okay, well, this is what the king instructed, you understand? Keep going.
Verse 13, and there came in 2 men, children of Belial, and sat before him. And the men of Belial witnessed against him, even against Naboth, in the presence of the people, saying, Naboth did blaspheme the Most High and the king.
And we're going to go into a lesson about these sons of Belial, you understand? We're going to see who they are. So just bear with us. We're going into a lesson upcoming about these sons of Belial and see who they are, okay? It's a whole lesson unto itself. Keep going.
Then they carried him forth out of the city and stoned him with stones that he died.
So they did exactly what Jezebel, or what they thought, you understand, was King Ahab, but they did exactly what the letter said. You understand? They stoned Nahab with stones. You understand? That he died so Ahab can get his vineyard. Keep going.
Verse 14. Then they sent to Jezebel, saying, Naboth is stoned and is dead.
Right.
And it came to pass, when Jezebel heard that Naboth was stoned and was dead, that Jezebel said to Ahab, Arise, take possession of the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite, which he refused to give thee for money, for Naboth is not alive, but dead.
Right, so even the spirit of the covetousness came on even the woman, you understand? It really came on her more so, you understand? Like Ahab, he was just mad about it, you understand? But she said, you know what, I'm going to get this, you understand? I'm going to get this for my husband, you understand? So really, she actually went overboard with it, you understand? She wrote letters in his name, sent it out, you understand? So the spirit was really on her, you understand? Of trying to, obtain something that somebody else already had, you understand? Keep going.
Verse 16.
And she was proud to tell her husband, you understand? Like, hey, guess what? He dead. You understand? You can go ahead and get this vineyard now. That's what he's saying. You understand? That's what she's saying. He dead. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 16. And it came to pass, when Ahab heard that Naboth was dead, that Ahab rose up to go down to the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite to take possession of it.
Right.
And the word of the Most High came to Elijah the Tishbite, saying,
Elijah, okay? Elijah, one of the prophets and warriors for the Most High, okay? The same Elijah, the same spirit that John had. You understand? The spirit of Elijah. This is that Elijah. Keep going.
Arise, go down to meet Ahab, king of Israel, which is in Samaria.
Which is in Samaria.
Behold, he is in the vineyard of Naboth, whether he is gone down to possess it.
So once again, the Most High is seeing all this, you understand? Nothing is getting away from the Most High. He sees it all, you understand? He's connecting with Levites, letting them know what's going on, his prophets, you understand? That he's seeing everything. Keep going.
Verse 19, and thou shalt speak unto him, saying, Thus saith the Most High, Hast thou killed and also taken possession?
Hast thou killed and also taken possession?
And thou shalt speak unto him, saying, Thus saith the Most High, in the place where dogs lick the blood of Naboth, shall dogs lick thy blood, even thine.
So the same place he died, you will die there too. You understand? The same place where they licked the blood. You understand? Made an example of him. This is the same place right here. So we got to examine this. You understand? The Most High told him. You understand? Hey, the same place. It might not happen right away. You understand? But know that this is going to happen. You understand? The same place that it licked the man that just got murdered over you in this vineyard right here, that's the same place you will die. You understand? That's the same place. Keep going.
Verse 20. And Ahab said to Elijah, Hast thou found me, O my enemy?
Hast thou found me, O my enemy?
And he answered, I have found thee, because thou hast sold thyself to work evil in the sight of the Most High.
Right. The Most High told me where you was. You understand? That's how I found you. You sought to work evil, so the Most High saw it. He let me know what was going on. You understand? Keep going.
Behold, I will bring evil upon thee, and will take away thy posterity.
Right.
And will cut off from Ahab him that pisseth against the wall, and him that is shut up and left in Israel.
Right.
And will make thine house like the house of Jeroboam the son of Nebat, and like the house of Baasha the son of Ahijah, for the provocation where thou hast provoked me to anger, and made Israel to sin.
Right. So I'm going to make your house just like your forefathers. You understand? Just like your forefathers. I'm going to make it. And then when you go into history of some of these kings who ruled Israel, you're going to realize that there was a lot of wicked stuff going on. Matter of fact, if you ever watched the thing, Game of Thrones, a lot of stuff happened with these northern tribe kings. You understand? A general, you understand, took out one king so he could become king, but the people was mad at it, so they anointed another king that took him out. You understand? So once you go into the history of some of these kings of the northern tribes, especially after Jeroboam and his son, it actually gets pretty deep. You understand? Like about how much stuff was going on. And you can read about these in these Kings chapters, you understand, 1st and 2nd Kings. So, and that's what the book of Kings is. It's talking about the history of these particular kings, you understand? So it's a lot of stuff going on. Keep going.
Verse 23, and of Jezebel also spake the Most High, saying, the dogs will eat Jezebel by the wall of Jezreel.
So the woman has a judgment on her as well, you understand? The dog's going to eat Jezebel too, you understand, by this wall. So the woman is in fault and you in fault, you understand? The Most High is going to take out both of y'all. Gabriel?
No, I was going to ask a question. Somebody said Chronicles was from the southern kingdom and Kings was from the northern kingdom? Or is it that was somebody misunderstanding? They were saying like the records from Chronicles, like from Judah and or the southern kingdom, and the kings were from Ephraim or the northern kingdom. Their records.
I mean, I never personally heard nothing about that, but I mean.
Well, this was one of the new Old Testament Israelite brothers, so you know how they study only the Old Testament.
Right.
Not saying he was right, but
I mean,
you know.
Yeah, I mean, but from what I can, you know what I'm saying. I mean, it might be a case for that. You know what I'm saying? Like we know Chronicles goes into the southern kingdom. You know what I'm saying, with Paul and Saul, and you know Judah taking over after that, and then you know Kings is pretty much, you know, dealing with Hosea and 2 Kings, northern tribes getting taken out and stuff. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's something we can look into, though. Like, I mean, I wouldn't know for sure.
Right. I mean, basically, I figured you probably had a little more insight on that.
Right.
I can look it up.
I'll look into it, though. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
All right, verse 23. And of Jezebel also spake the Most High, saying, the dogs will eat Jezebel by the wall of Jezreel. Him that died of Ahab in the city of dogs, in the city the dogs shall eat, and him that dieth in the field shall the fowls of the air eat. But there was none like unto Ahab, which did sell himself to work wickedness in the sight of the Most High, whom Jezebel his wife stirred up.
Whom Jezebel his wife stirred up, you understand? So she made him start thinking of this so-called covenant and lustful spirit, you understand? And now they both in the wrong, because the man, he should have told her, he should have checked it right there, like, no, we're not going to do this right now. Sweetheart, you understand? We're not going to do this right here. We're going to follow these laws. And, you know, I'm just going to have to be upset about it for these few days. You understand? That's what a man has to come in and put his foot down. You understand? I mean, it's an order to things. It's the Most High Christ, man, and then the woman. You understand? But the woman knows how to put spirit on man. You understand? And get them to do what they want them to do. You understand? And you can see it all the time. You understand? You can see it all the time. But it's, you know, that's why men have to really be men. You understand? You got to come up and you got to read through these scriptures to see how these men conducted themselves. You understand? They wasn't really taking no mess. You understand? They wasn't taking no mess. And you know, but this world, what it says, a curse of Israel. You understand? The women gonna be over you. You understand? So now the mentality has actually almost changed. You understand? So we got to realize this. They wasn't playing this back then, you understand? But now he let Jezebel, he let him take a spirit on him, you understand? And now they both in the wrong, you understand? So this is what it's talking about. Go ahead and finish that out.
All right, verse 26. And he did very abominably in following idols.
And he did very abominably in following idols, idol worship, Baal, Yahweh, you understand? Going into those idol worships. Keep going.
According to all things as did the Amorites, whom the Most High cast out before the children of Israel.
Exactly.
And it came to pass, when Ahab heard those words, that he rent his clothes and put sackcloth upon his flesh, and fasted, and lay in sackcloth and went softly. And the word of the Most High came to Elijah the Tishbite, saying, Seest thou how Ahab humbled himself before me?
Seest thou how Ahab humbled himself before me? He apologized, you understand? He knew that he was in the wrong. He took, made sackcloth, he put ashes on his face, and now he's really repenting, you understand? This is going into repentance right now. Keep going.
Because he humbled himself before me, I will not bring the evil in his days.
I will not bring the evil in his days, you understand? Just like he didn't bring the evil in David's days, you understand? But what? He brought it upon the children. Keep going.
But in his son's days will I bring the evil upon his house.
Right, and that's why it says, you understand? In his son's days, I'm going to bring the evil upon his house. And what was that evil? The 721 BC, you understand? About Hosea, the last king, northern king of Israel, getting taken out, you understand? That whole 10 tribes, about an Assyrian captivity. That's what the Most High was prophesying, you understand? In those days, I'm going to bring evil upon your son's house, you understand? And they're not even going to be in this land right now, you understand? The Babylonians, Ethiopians, they're going to come and take over, you understand? So this is what it's talking about, that prophecy. Now, let's go to the book of Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 5 and 21. Let's read that right quick. Deuteronomy 5 and 21. Then we're going to the New Testament and get some wisdom scriptures. I'm going to finish it out there. Deuteronomy 5 and 21.
All right, Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 21.
Read the commandment again.
Neither shalt thou desire thy neighbor's wife, neither shalt thou covet thy neighbor's house, his field, or his manservant, or his maidservant, his ox, or his ass, or anything that is thy neighbor's.
See, that's his field, you understand? So the commandments was to keep you in check, you understand? See, some people, they forget about these commandments, even great kings, you understand? That's why we showed the example of 2 kings right here coveting somebody, you understand? So if a king who's, in the Most High, he's communicating with the Levites, the priests, you understand? They fallen off the covenants. Think about where we are in this Babylonian system. We have a lot of spiritual reformation to do, you understand? Because this spirit is real deep, you understand? So we can read about these certain kings right here in the Old Testament, knew the commandments, knew they was Israel, you understand, knew what laws they had to uphold, even though they still broke them anyway, you understand? So that's how you let you know that it's a spirit, you understand? That it's hard to get past, you understand? It's a spirit, it's hard to get past. Why? Because even these kings fell to it, you understand? David and Ahab, southern and the northern tribe king, you understand? Let's go into actually let's get the book of Micah first. I want to go to Micah first before the New Testament. Micah 2. Let me talk about this. Micah, the 2nd chapter. Micah 2. And you can start at the first verse. Micah is right after the book of Jonah. Got there? Everybody got there? All right. Water. Micah, the 2nd chapter. Let's start at verse 1.
All right, Micah chapter 2, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Woe to them that devise iniquity.
Woe to them that devise iniquity.
And work evil upon their beds.
And work evil upon their beds. You understand? They're devising a plan, laying down, sitting there thinking about evil things to do. Keep going.
When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand.
And when the morning is light, they practice it, just like we read about the 2 kings, you understand? Because it is in the power of their hand, you understand? So who has the power now, you understand? Who's in control now? It says, woe to them that devise evil, because the power is in their hand, taking advantage of the children of Israel. Whose power, you understand? Who has the power now, you understand? Who's taking advantage of the poor, you understand? Taking everything from them. We got to realize this is manifold. Keep going.
And they covet fields.
They covet fields.
And take them by violence.
And take them by violence. They take them by the edge of the sword. They covet fields or land. You understand? Covet fields is land. You understand? They take them by the edge of the sword. Why? Because this land might have certain resources. You understand? Certain diamonds, corn, grain. You understand? They cover them and they take them by force. Keep going.
And houses.
And houses.
And take them away.
And take them away. So what?
So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
Even a man and his what?
Even a man and his heritage.
Even a man and his heritage. They rob you from your heritage. You understand? They take away your nation, your nationality. You understand? What you've been accustomed to doing. You understand? They take that away. What land you from. You understand? But really, us Israel, it was our own fault. You understand? Of not following these laws. But a man, he knows that now, and now he's going to even double it. You understand? He's going to take even more advantage of it. Most High says, woe to that. Keep going.
Verse 3. Therefore, thus said the Most High.
Right.
Behold, against this family do I devise an evil.
Behold, against this family do I devise an evil, a family or a nation. I'm going to devise an evil. Keep going.
From which you shall not remove your necks.
From which you shall not remove your necks.
Neither shall you go haughtily.
Neither shall you go haughtily.
For this time is evil.
For this time is evil. And that's why when you read the book of Obadiah, it talks about how Esau is for stubble. You understand? He's for stubble, talking about that hierarchy. You understand who's running the Esau. You understand? Not the, little, Esau that's out here or whatever, but it's talking about those high Esau. You understand? That's running the Federal Reserve. Those who's running the education system. You understand? Who's running your food stores, your food chains. You understand? Taking advantage, putting GMO in them. Running the whole pharmaceutical, you understand? Giving us vaccines. See, they're devising evil for us to make us dead, you understand? That's what it's talking about. So the Most High is saying, I got an evil for them, you understand? So that's why, really, you're not getting away with nothing, you understand? So that's what it's going into. Michael was a prophet, you understand? He gave this proclamation to those who devising evil against the poor, you understand? Against those who they covenant after they fields, you understand? Because they got a certain inheritance that's promised to them, you understand? So this is what it's going into. Let's go to the book of Hebrews. The book of Hebrews. Hebrews 13. Hebrews 13, and we can start at verse 5. Hebrews 13 and 5.
All right, Hebrews chapter 13, verse 5. Let your conversation be without covetousness.
It says, let your conversation be without covetousness. Don't talk about with other brothers and sisters about what you need to have that somebody else has. You understand? Let your conversation be about that, because not only do you have that, now you're gonna put the spirit on them. You understand? They're gonna start thinking, oh, wait a minute. Like, maybe I should try to, get this too. You understand? Like, man, you see the new J's that's gonna come out. You understand? And man, like, I don't know how I'm gonna get them, man. But I heard, Gabrielle, man, he got them every month. You understand? Matter of fact, I know where he be staying at. You understand? See, this is coming to it in the talk. You understand? You plotting now. Why? Because it leads to plotting. It leads to other type of things. You understand? Not only, I heard, his girl, right? See, now it's going somewhere else, you understand? First it moves to Jordan's, then it moves to his girl, then it moves to other stuff. So this is how the stage is set. That's why it says don't let your conversation be about coveting. You understand? And so my thing is like, why, and every time, I'm listening to a prosperity teacher, they always put this, this whole, like I was saying before, this new thing out, like, you ask the Most High for a new house or a new car. Why can't it just be, the word new in itself, that's almost like a covetous word that, you're never going to get really satisfied. You understand? Go ahead.
So coveting is basically like the father of greed.
You said the what?
So coveting is like the father of greed.
The father of greed?
Of greed.
The father of greed?
Yeah, coveting begets greed.
Well, yeah, you can kind of, you can kind of relate that into it, like greedy, you know what I'm saying? Because really you want more and more, you know what I'm saying? So really that is kind of going into it, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's the same spirit basically, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, I guess you want to word it that way, like the father of greed, but you know what I'm saying? It's still going into the same spirit, but yeah, just, you wanted something that somebody else, you understand, just wanting that more and more, you understand? So, but really somebody else, because you're looking at comparing yourself and what your situation is to somehow somebody else's situation is. That's what really the spirit comes in that, you know what I'm saying? Not comparing yourself and what you're supposed to be doing to the word, but comparing yourself to how somebody else is living. You understand? So and that's really how Israel felt. You understand? You see them worshiping the other gods, not knowing, you understand, that even the kings themselves, you understand? Israel wanted the king, you understand? Other nations had the king. They coveted that, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, like, why can't we have a man king, you understand? The Most High was upset with her, but okay, I'm going to give you Saul, but he's going to oppress you, you understand? You're going to have to live by his standards now. So even a king, you understand? But that's how we really fail, you understand? It's about coveting other people and what the worship of their other gods was, you understand? So really, I guess, yeah, you can go into saying like greed or lust or coveting is kind of really the same thing. You understand? But let's read that again.
All right, Hebrews chapter 13, verse 5.
Right.
Let your conversation be without covetousness.
Let your conversation be without covetousness.
And be content with such things as ye have.
See, be content with such things that you have. You understand? Just be content with it. The Most High will add on daily if you're being obedient, doing his word. You understand? But therefore, be content with it for right now. Keep going.
For he hath said, I will never leave thee, nor forsake thee.
See, the Most High said, I will never leave thee, nor forsake thee. You understand? You need to just be content. Just, calm down, brother. You understand? That's what the Most High is really telling you. Just be easy right now. You understand? Like, be patient. Just calm down. You understand? You gonna have everything you want to have. You understand? Just, be easy. Do what I say, you understand? And I'll never forsake you. I'm going to make sure that you're taken care of. You understand? That you're going to have a roof over your head, clothes on your back. You understand? That's what it's saying. Keep going.
Verse 6. So that we may boldly say, the Most High is my helper.
So that we may boldly say, the Most High is my helper. You understand? The Most High is my helper. That's what we need to boldly say. So that's why it's saying, be humble. You know what I'm saying? Be content. Because why? The Most High is really nourishing you every day. You understand? Not no man's out here. He's putting the spirit on man to do this. You understand? He's putting the spirit on man. You go in for a job interview, it's really the Most High that's giving you the job. He put the spirit on that man to give you the job. You understand? So he's really in control. You understand? So that's what we got to understand right here. He's really the authority of all of it. You understand? So we just need to be patient. You understand? Don't try to rush to get to this certain position. And see, that's what the world pushes, though. They want you to hurry up and get there. You understand? In a fast, quick hurry. If you didn't get it, while you in your mid-20s, oh man, you missed out on life. You understand? And that's the mentality that they try to push on you. You understand? But you got to be content with the stuff. You understand? And realize that everything will eventually come your way. You understand? Keep going.
And I will not fear what man shall do unto me.
And I will not fear what man shall do unto me. See, the Most High is my helper. I'm not going to fear what the man is going to do unto me. You understand? Because he has really no control. You understand? He doesn't have control of my financial life. You understand? Or my certain situations that's going on. The Most High is my helper. Keep going. All right, is it on that? Yeah, 5 and 6. Okay, let's go over to 1 Timothy's. 1 Timothy's now. 1 Timothy's. 1 Timothy is the 6th chapter. We're going to start at 1 Timothy's in the 4th verse. 1 Timothy 6 and 4.
All right, 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 4. Mm-hmm. He is proud, knowing nothing.
He is proud, someone that's proud, knowing nothing. You understand? So he thinks he knows it all, but really he knows nothing. He's high and mighty. Keep going.
But doubting about questions and strifes of words.
But doubting about questions and strife of words. Always looking for a debate. You understand? And someone to prove to himself that he has the more knowledge of everybody else. You understand? Always debating. You understand? It says, but doubting about questions and strife of words. You understand? That's somebody who's high-minded. You understand? They already know the answer to it. You understand? But they want to just ask questions to see if you know. You understand? That's what it's talking about. A prideful spirit. Keep going.
Whereof cometh envy.
Whereof cometh envy.
Strife.
Strife.
Railings.
Railing.
Evil servicings.
Evil servicings.
perverse disputings of men of corrupt
It
minds.
says perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds. You understand? Perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds. Talking about nothing. You understand? They're not talking about the Most High. Men of perverse minds. You understand? How can I obtain this? You understand? What's the next chick I need to sleep with? You understand? Man, I need to go ahead and get her. You understand? These are perverse minds. You understand? They're not really talking about nothing. Keep going.
And destitute of the truth.
And destitute of the truth. They have no truth. They don't have this word right here. You understand? That's what it's talking about. They don't have this word right here. You understand? Keep going.
Supposing that gain is godliness.
Supposing that what?
Supposing that gain is
They're
godliness.
supposing that gain is godliness. What you obtain out here, that's the godliness right there. You understand? These are men of being proud. They really don't have the truth and have, no type of authority. They're supposing that gain is actually the godliness. You understand? What you got, that means the Most High is with you. The Most High don't work that way. You understand? It's your obedience. You understand that the Most High is with you. Not what a big house you got, you understand? Not what the biggest congregation you got, you understand? Oh man, this brother, you know the Most High with him because he, got the biggest house, and also Bill Gates who giving vaccines out, you understand? God must be with him, you understand? Because he's the richest man, you understand? Oprah must got God on her side, you understand? Who she, is for all these things against the Bible, you understand? Teaching sorcery and witchcraft. Everything, you understand? So gain is godliness now, you understand? These are perverse minds. That's what it's talking about. You think that because somebody is living a certain type of way, you think that's, the Most High right there, you understand? Because of what the image we've been fed, you understand? About the Most High is, on high and kingdom, and everybody on this earth must just be in a big house and he's, just blessing, you understand? But what? The Most High doesn't work that way, you understand? He's working obedience, you see what I'm saying? Are you following the Sabbath day? Are you, understand? Are you dealing with brothers and sisters, not envying? You understand? That's what the Most High is dealing with. So we got to understand it. Keep going.
From such withdraw thyself.
From such withdraw thyself. You understand? From such withdraw thyself. Talking about you. You can't be around people with this type of perverse mindset. You understand? Your conversation not even supposed to be about covetousness or whatever. You're supposed to be talking to people about, man, how can I better my life and do what the Most High asks? You understand? That's what the mindset and the conversation should be. You understand? It says, from such withdraw thyself. Don't even be around those brothers and sisters. You understand why? Because y'all unequally yoked. You understand? You unequally yoked now. One conversation is going this way and you going this way. You understand? And man, we ain't got nothing to talk about. You understand? You ain't got nothing to talk about. You talking about, man, let's, go over, James' house and let's, man, we finna have about 10 blunts. We finna roll up, you understand? And man, we got strippers coming through. So that's not the conversation and the mindset you can be in. You understand? Like, all right, man, like, I'll holler at you later. You understand? That's when you got to draw the line. Like, all right, man, well, I ain't on that, so I'm going to holler at you later. Keep going.
Verse 6. But godliness with contentment is great gain.
But godliness with contentment is great gain. You see that? But godliness with contentment is great gain. You understand? You content with what you got and following these laws, statutes, and commandments. That is great gain. You understand? You storing up your treasures in heaven, bringing people to the word, following his commandments. That's a great gain right there. You understand? You making sure your election is sure. You understand? You making sure that you're going to be in that place when Christ start handing out his crowns. You understand? Who live with him. So that's a great gain right here. It might not seem like it because why? We are, kind of low on the bottom here on this fleshly earth, and we can't really perceive or see the future. You understand? But those who read the scriptures and believe it, we know that that's going to be a great gain. You understand? So that's why I said stay in that mindset. Keep going.
For verse 7. For we brought nothing into this world.
For we brought nothing into this world.
And it is certain we can carry nothing out.
Right. And they put this in movies all the time. You understand? You just hear this phrase. You understand? Man, I carry nothing into this world, man. I'm not leaving with nothing out. You understand? But people don't even, think about that. You understand? They steady trying to get the next thing, but realize that the Most High can take your life any second. You understand? And then what was it all for? You understand? You might as well just been following the commandments. You understand? At least in the, when you could be in the bosom of Abraham once you pass away, you understand? But you trying to obtain these certain things in the world, you understand? And it comes with a certain mindset, you understand? You start breaking certain morals, trying to get to where you understand what they taught you to get to, you understand? There's certain morals that's got to be broken, you understand? You might not follow the Sabbath all the time, you understand? You might have to, start just doing stuff that you might not even do, you understand? When you look at some of these entertainers and artists out here, you understand? Certain actors, they go to certain parties, man, and it just be, you know, you got to be down with it to be famous. You understand? Everybody else doing it, so they breaking certain morals that they might have grew up with. You understand? So now you put in a compromising position. You understand? So we got to realize that even though we see these people on TV, these certain actors and stars, I mean, they really, who knows what they doing behind the scenes, man? You understand? Who knows what parties they going to? Who knows what spirits they dealing with? You don't know that. You just see them on TV and, you know, perceive that TV is actually reality, but that's not the case. You understand? So that's why we got to humble ourselves to this word. This is the reality TV right here. You understand? This is reality. It really is. It's reality. It's everyday situations, how to deal with them, what's to come, who people are. You understand? This is what it is right here. Keep going.
All right, verse 8. And having food and raiment, let us be therefore content.
See that? Having food and raiment, let us be therefore content. You understand? You got your food to put in your stomach. You got raiment to put on your back. You understand? Talking about the clothing, that's the raiment. You understand? You got that. You should be content. You understand? You got clothes on your back and you've been nourished. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 9. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare.
See that? But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, because you can obtain a lot of things that you probably don't even need. You understand? You rich and you can fall into a snare. You understand? I mean, just fall into any type of snare. You understand? Oh man, I can do this and that. You understand? So now these certain type of spirits come on you, and these certain type of mindsets just come on you. You understand? About what can I do? You know, I got some little money to me. I think I might want to go splurge right now. You understand? And then what? You buying something, and then that leads to other buying stuff. And then next thing you know, you at the mall and you spend about 10 stacks or something on some garbage. You understand? So, I mean, this is the type of mindset that comes about. Keep going.
And into many foolish and hurtful lusts.
And into many foolish and hurtful lusts. You see that? Many foolish and hurtful lusts. So this is what this coveting thing is about. You understand? Those who are rich. It's a lot of temptation that comes with that. You understand? Foolish and hurtful lusts. You understand? Keep going.
Which drown men in destruction and perdition.
Which drown men into destruction and perdition. You understand? Perishing. You understand? Perdition. Which means it's just you into a pitch. You understand? That's what it's going into. So you got to realize that these things will lead you straight, you understand, to hell. I mean, that's just reality. It'll lead you there. So we got to make sure that we, you know, trying, you know, asking the Father, hey, you know, I'm a humble servant. I'm really trying to learn how to, you know, obtain your grace, your mercy. How can I conduct myself in an order that's going to get me into a righteous place? You understand? Asking for that spirit to put on you. You understand? I need to fast. You understand? Asking for a spirit to help you fast through a few days. You understand? To get a certain spirit up off you. You understand? That's what we need to start learning how to do as a church. You understand? As a body. Why? Because we one in Christ. So if you know what I'm saying, doing this, that's why when you read the Old Testament, if they sinning, you understand, and they knew that the Most High wasn't with them. You understand? Like, man, why are we losing this war right here? Somebody must be sinning in the camp. You understand? Because, why? The Most High has a hedge over you. You understand? So if you're doing the things as a body of Christ, that's, you know, not, you know, accordingly, then obviously it's going to affect all. You understand? It's going to affect us all. So that's why we got to ask for, you know, a certain type of wisdom spirit, you understand, from the Most High, that He'll send to us, you understand? So that's the type of mentality. Are we done with that?
Verse 10.
Verse 10, let's read that.
For the love of money is the root of all evil.
For the love of money is the root of all evil. Not just money itself, because you need that to barter with, you understand? But the love of it is the root of all evil, because now your flesh is seeking more and more, you understand? You're covenant to it, like, man, I just need all this money right now, and now you're thinking of ways to get it, you understand? Whether that be robbing, whether that just be trying to cheat somebody, you understand, out of extortion. These are things of trying to get money. That's why it's the root of all evil, you understand? Keep going.
Which while some coveted after.
Which while some coveted after.
They have erred from the faith.
They have erred from the faith, you understand? Somebody that was in the faith, but they coveted after more money now. Why? Because they think of certain things. And, you know, it never really happens. You get the money and then you want to spend it on yourself, not how to, you know, man, how can I help the body out? But you get the money, you want to spend it on yourself. Like, hey, I ain't really had this in a long, long time. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and, you know, splurge on myself. You get your tax returns come in, you understand? You get about 7 stacks in, and now what? You
Ball
thinking
for
about
money.
a new car, right? That type of mentality comes in. You understand? Not about man, who's suffering in the church, man. Who really needs maybe a handout on some rent or something like that. That don't even come to your mind. It's something. What can I do for myself? You understand? That's that spirit that's been really taught to us. You understand? So we gotta check ourselves with that. You understand? We're not saying give the money to us when the tax returns come in, but you gotta look at brothers and sisters who is in need. You understand? And that should be the number one priority, because really it's the Most High's anyway. He's the one running the whole show. You understand? The money gonna be cut off regardless in a matter of seconds anyway. So we gotta understand that that's almost over with. So, and we move into a new thing of life. You understand? A new stage of where a whole new financial system is coming into place. So really the money, you understand, that's just really just material, paper. You understand? How you deal with your brothers and sisters, certain spirits, you understand? That's what's really gonna help guide you. You understand? But keep going. Or is that it on that? Oh, okay, you're going to finish out the verse? Go ahead.
Sister Mary, your rise outside.
Oh, okay, we'll hurry up and finish it up then.
Yeah, they have heard from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
Right. So they heard from the faith and pierced themselves through many sorrows. Let's go with Philippians 4 and 11. Philippians 4 and 11. And Sister Mary, you can call them and just, can you call them and tell them, give you about 10 minutes to wrap up? Can you call the ride and tell them to give you about 10 minutes?
Okay, let me go see. I don't have this.
Oh, okay, they just, okay, we did. You said what? They only gonna give a 5. Okay, well just tell them 5 minutes. Tell them 5 minutes.
Well, since I'm going to know you got to understand, I drove for 9 months, so I know how to treat you. You don't do it.
I think it's
Philippians 4 and 11. All right, read that.
All right, Philippians chapter 4, verse 11. Not that I speak in respect of one.
Not that I speak in respect of one.
For I have learned, in whatsoever state I am in, in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content.
For I have learned. This is what Paul and Timothy have learned. You understand? They wrote to Philippi. You understand? The church of Philippi, Philippians. He said, okay, okay. We in Philippians, but we're gonna go through this scripture and then we're gonna go through the next one, and then I'll go ahead and just anoint you, okay?
Okay.
And then so you won't be taking a lot of time. So we in Philippians 4 and 11. Philippians 4 and 11. Philippians is right before Colossians. Go ahead and read that, Brother Aria. Right before Colossians.
All right, not that I speak in respect of one.
Not that I speak in respect of one.
For I have learned.
For I have learned. What did Paul and Timothy learn? Keep going.
In whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content.
In whatsoever state I am, therewith be content. Whatever place you are in life right now, it says therewith to be content with it. You understand? Yeah, you can ask the Most High for wisdom to give you understanding on how to obtain, probably some more financials that you might need, you understand, if you humble about it. But the state that you're in right now, you should be content with it, not worrying yourself all the time, where my next paycheck coming from, you understand, and putting that pressure on you. But this says, therefore, be content, you understand, whatever stage you're in. Keep going.
Verse 12, I know how, I know both how to be abased.
I know both how to be abased.
I know how to abound.
I know how to abound.
Everywhere and in all things, I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry.
See that? I am instructed to both be full and to be hungry. You understand? So I know how to, both sides are. You understand? I know how to be full. I know how to be hungry. I know when it's enough that I have. You understand? I know how to ask the Most High when I need to seek some more. You understand? But that stage that I'm in right now, I got to be content with it, because He understood that the Most High, He'll take you through certain things. You understand? That He's actually humbling you, for the situation that you're in at that particular time. You understand? A lot of people don't realize that. You understand that the situation you're in, it might be a humbling experience. You understand? To prepare you for something else. You understand? So Timothy and Paul, they understood this. That's why it says, for I have learned, whatever stage I'm in, be therefore content. Keep going.
Both to abound and to suffer need.
Both to abound and to suffer need. You understand? Go ahead.
I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me.
Right, one of the most famous scriptures, right after John 3:16, Philippians 4 and 13, right? I can do all things through Christ, who strengthens me. You understand? Not reading the first two scriptures above it. You understand? Talking about be content with stuff, but they'll pull this scripture out and just post it on something like, hey, I can do all things through Christ. You understand? Ask for $10 million. You understand? I can do all things through Christ who comforts me, who's going to be with me. You understand? Ask for this, ask for that. So, but what? You ask for things of this world, you understand? What we just read about, you asking for things, but really you're not really asking, you asking amiss, you understand? Which means you asking for the godliness, ungodly gain, you understand? So really they don't go into these first two previous scriptures before it. They'll just pick out this one scripture and then just say anything to it, you understand? So that's, but that's another Christian philosophy. Let's go over to Luke, the 3rd chapter. Luke 3. Hurry up and finish this out. And I don't know Sister Mary, but really we only got 2 more scriptures after Luke 3. I started a little late today. It's all right. Luke the 3rd chapter.
All right, Luke chapter 3, verse 11. He answered and said unto them, He that hath 2 coats, let him impart to him that have none.
It says, he answered and saith unto them, He that haveth 2 coats, let him impart to him that have none. You understand? One person doesn't have it, another person has an abundance of it. Okay, keep going.
He that hath meat, let him do likewise.
He that have meat, or your food, you understand? Let him do likewise. The person that's in need, you should be able to want to give it to another brother or sister. You understand? Keep going.
Then came also publicans to be baptized, and said unto him, Master, what shall we do?
Publicans, okay, citizens, to be baptized. And this is going into John the Baptist, you understand? It's going into John the Baptist right here. But I just wanted to pull that scripture out, you understand, to show. Actually, you can keep reading.
And he said unto them, Exact no more than which is appointed to you.
And he said unto them, Exact no more than which is appointed to you. Keep going.
And the soldiers likewise demanded of him, saying, And what shall we do? And he said unto them, Do violence to no man.
Do violence to no man.
Neither accuse any falsely.
Neither accuse any falsely. So beyond his baptizing, you understand, showing them how to conduct themselves. Do violence to no man, talking to the soldiers right now, you understand? Do violence to no man, neither accuse any falsely. Bear false witness. Keep going.
And be content with your wages.
And don't covet. Be content with your wages. You understand? Going right back into the initial commandments. You understand? Be content with your wages. So this is what John the Baptist was actually telling the soldiers that he was coming through to baptize. You understand? Like, how should I go about life? You understand? Conducting myself. He was giving them instruction right here. You understand? Be content with your wages. You understand? Don't ask for nothing because, you putting your life on the line. We understand that, but you got to be content right now. You understand? So all through the scriptures we see is what the Most High says, be content. You understand? Don't try to just overly ask for just excessive amount of money. You understand? We're not, saying that you got to be, just complacent in your mind, your state of being right now. And, I'm on unemployment and food stamps. So, hey, the Bible said be content. So I'm just going to chill. You understand? No, that's not what the Most High is saying. It's saying be content and don't overly strive to be, like somebody else that you think got a lot going on. You understand? That's what it's talking about. Not to be settled in your whole state of being and just, wallowing in your poorness. You understand? Man also tells a man that, if he doesn't work, he's worse than the infidel, not taking care of his family. So yeah, you gotta work, you understand? But be satisfied if, be therefore content with your raiment, your clothing, and shelter over your, over your house. Over your head. You understand? So that's what it's going into. Keep going. Is that it on that?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it on that? Okay. Let's go to Romans, the 7th chapter. Actually, Romans 13. We'll come back to Romans 7 because we just ended off Romans 13. Go too deep into it. Romans 13. 13 and 8. This will be the last scripture.
All right, Romans chapter 13, verse 8. Owe no man anything but to love one another.
Owe no man anything but to love one another. Keep going.
For he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law.
For he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law. Loving your brother like you would love yourself. You understand? You're not going to do to your brother what you don't want done to you. You understand? You're not going to covet. You're not going to lie, steal, murder, cheat. You understand? Love your brother like you have learned yourself. You have fulfilled the law. Keep going.
For this, thou shalt not commit adultery.
For this, thou shalt not commit adultery. We just read the example that David did. Keep going.
Thou shalt not kill.
Thou shalt not murder.
Thou shalt not steal.
Thou shalt not steal.
Thou shalt not bear false witness.
Thou shalt not bear false witness.
Thou shalt not covet.
Thou shalt not covet. You understand? All going into the same thing we just read. Keep going.
And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying, namely.
Namely what? What's this commandment that it all rolls up into, or the world law? Keep going.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. You understand? You shall love your neighbor. So that's really the mentality. If you thinking about something that, you know, a spirit come on you, you got to think about how would you want it done to you. You understand? And once you develop that mentality, you understand that you're going to humble yourself to a lot of different things. You understand? You're going to humble yourself because why? You don't want nobody coming to sleep with your wife. You understand? Or your husband. You don't want that happening. So why? Because, you know, all type of trouble happens. You understand? So you got to develop the mentality. Hey, I can't do that. You understand? Keep going. That last verse.
Yeah, verse 10. Love worketh no ill to his neighbor.
Love worketh no ill towards his neighbor.
Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law.
Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law. Christ loved his people, so he died for us. You understand? He fulfilled that law, the law of going into sacrifice. You understand? All of it hasn't been fulfilled because it's still prophecies. You understand? But he did fulfill the law of what? Sacrifice. You understand? To take away that death penalty. You understand? That death judgment that came upon us. So he loved his brothers and sisters. You understand? That's what's him fulfilling. Keep going. Go ahead.
Yeah, a lot of, I just say like a lot of Christians use that like verse to say it's okay to like for homosexuals and you know, stuff like that. You know, so like how would you go argue against that?
Leviticus 20 and 13.
Was it?
Leviticus 20, 13, Leviticus 18.
You can read Romans, the
20,
first chapter, going into
not 20.
because I mean, they don't understand, they don't know how to read the Bible. So first, I mean, you have to take them to the law in the Old Testament where this is what God said. You understand in Leviticus that you're not supposed to lie with another mankind as you do with a woman. Then take them to Romans, this New Testament right here.
Romans 1.
The first chapter, you understand? Talking about working that which is unseemly, woman against woman and man against man. You understand? Going against nature. So, I mean, there's plenty of scriptures that, you know, how can they pull that out? You understand? I mean, what is that going to prove homosexuality? You understand? So, let me go ahead and anoint. And then, really, that was the last scripture. So, we'll take questions, and then the men can do the